Spectrum of Thought.
What's up, everybody? We like to say what's up, everybody. Today we're doing a special episode. We're actually at Fresk's house. And I'm EJ, obviously. And today it's just a different style that we're trying out from last time.
Yeah, we're at my apartment. I think we both enjoyed being in person more than with the video conferencing, which was pretty fun also. So there's no hatred there. I'm sure we're gonna have some more of those when we want to have like more people join, like when we had
exactly, yeah. And you know what would be interesting? We could even do it like this and then have more people join us. It'd be less for you and I. You know what I mean? We'd be on one, and then it would. Anyways.
Yeah. Be stuff easier like for us when people forget to get their playing cards.
Exactly, yeah.
Danita and Elijah.
Yeah. Just saying, yeah.
So today's episode is going to be about...
It's going to be about pop culture, and these are going to be fact or fiction questions. We have not seen any of these questions yet, and we're going to keep score of these questions somehow. And yeah, we're going to get started. I'm not exactly sure what these questions entail. So.
Yeah, we'll see. We're going to have to cut and start all episode again. So we'll see. We'll start... since you're the guest in my apartment,
all right,
you'll answer the first question.
I'm the guest. Okay, so the Slinky toy was invented more than 50 years ago. Fact or fiction?
Oh, you want me to answer?
Yes.
Fact.
Fact? Okay.
Let's see if I'm right.
Yeah, you got it right. Holy shit.
Nice.
50 years ago, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like it seems like a basic thing. Okay. So next question.
All right, and I'll ask you this one. There were 8 Marx Brothers of movie fame?
I'm going to say fiction. I've never... Not that I'm a movie expert, but... Holy shit.
Got it right,
buddy.
Nice.
That's actually pretty cool. All right. So next... So basically, events, we could say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this way we can keep track. Okay,
so wait, who are the Marx Brothers?
I actually thought the Marx Brothers invented... I want to say they invented the first airplane, but I'm not exactly sure on this.
Wright brothers.
You know what? You're right. It was not the Marx Brothers. I don't know who the Marx Brothers are.
When they said the Marx Brothers and movie fame, I
wait,
was like,
did they mean
Wahlberg?
Marky Mark Brothers?
I was thinking Wahlberg.
But we don't want to get into that guy yet because I'll talk about this. But that's actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
So do I do the next? Do you want me to hit it?
Yeah.
Okay, so next question. I don't know. We're going to have to look up these Marx Brothers, dude. I'm kind of intrigued. Okay, so the word Muppet comes from a blend of man and puppet. Fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Fiction? Okay. Let's check it out. Damn, you got it right. Holy shit. Have you looked at these two?
No.
I mean, I haven't looked at these. The Muppet. So what's funny is on Instagram, I sent you... what did I send you? A picture of the Muppet Babies?
Muppet Babies.
And they would tell stories and have all these adventures. It was cool. It was like the miniature version of the Muppets.
Yeah.
I remember that growing up.
The baby versions.
The baby. And it was actually cooler to me. I like those more than the actual ones.
The cartoons.
The real ones were kind of creepy, huh? In my opinion.
I think, they were creepy, I guess. But like, I think I like the Muppet Babies because I think we would watch Muppet Babies and then go to Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah.
And then like... I remember these tomatoes.
It was tomatoes, huh?
These like monster tomatoes that would like take over the city.
That's actually pretty cool. I don't remember tomatoes, but
the Chipmunks, Chippendales, all those.
Chippendales, Tailspin. I told you about Tailspin. Tim told us, and he's like, "Yeah, there was a bear," because we said you're all dude. They're like chipmunks, or no? Yeah, it's interesting. We didn't know. Neither of us knew at the time.
All right, it's my turn to ask you.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
All right.
Let's see what this next question.
The Wizard of Oz used real cyclones, not special effects.
Wow.
Fact or fiction?
Cyclone. How do you make a cyclone? Like, you could make it. Well, I guess they could manipulate weather too. This is back in the day. I have 10 seconds, son of a. You know what? I'm gonna have to say fiction, dude. I don't believe this. Oh, I got it right, buddy.
Nice. Yeah, I've actually seen behind the scenes.
And
it's like almost like a legging they used, and they stretch the top, and they're just like
spinning it.
Yeah, they're just kind of spinning.
But you knew that, right? They can manipulate weather now. Like I think they can. There's like different machines, and you can't quote me on this. I gotta research it. But I've even seen articles where they can shoot like machines up into the sky, and it could actually make clouds, and then it'll in turn make it rain. Or they use a lot of the airplanes that travel. They leave that white trail of smoke, and I think that's supposed to deflect the sun, so the sun doesn't heat up the earth too much. I don't know. It sounds like a bunch of crazy stuff, but you should check it out.
I haven't heard of those, but I've seen like these huge machines in the ocean that are causing this condensation or this to go up into the sky, and that causes.
And that's probably one of the examples. They could actually manipulate weather or hurricanes or stuff. It's creepy when you actually think about it. So, wow, that was a long question. But let's go to the next one. I think we're tied right now, buddy. All right, so you're gonna love this one. This might be. The Beatles were the first pop musicians to be awarded the MBE. Fact or fiction?
What's the MBE?
I don't know. You like the Beatles, buddy.
I'm gonna.
You got 16 seconds.
MBE.
You got to figure out what would that stand for.
Musicians.
Fact. Fact. You're gonna say fact. You had 5 seconds. So, all right. Let's see if it's fact. Ooh, you got it right, dude.
Whatever the hell MBE is.
What the hell is an MBE? I'm really curious right now.
Look it up.
You should look that up because musicians band Eternal?
Musicians, British.
Musicians, British.
Anybody know this? Comment.
Yeah, I don't know what an MBE is, but that is pretty interesting, man. But I like John Lennon. I thought he had some really good songs, man. And his message too was pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
in his songs and stuff.
It's the highest ranking order of the British Empire Award.
Wow.
So we were close.
Highest. Wow, dude. I'm not surprised. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Beatles.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And also they're pretty British themselves.
They're just super British. So am I asking? You're asking the next one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The inventor of Batman also created Superman. Fact or fiction?
Batman, Superman. Wow. You know what? I'm gonna have to say fiction, dude. I don't believe that.
Here we go.
Oh, I got it right. Holy shit! I just had a feeling no, because this is DC universe.
Yeah,
if I'm correct, and I'm not really familiar with both of these, but I know Marvel. It was a lot of the same creators and writers for a lot of that, and I figured it might be different for DC. So that was my thing. I don't know.
Nice.
Pretty cool, though.
Good guess, man.
We're tied.
I know.
And these are... I've never heard any of these questions, but at least maybe we could gain some knowledge from these. We know what an MBE is, right? What is it?
It's the highest ranking British award.
Yeah.
For musicians. All
right, so this one's for Daniel. The film version of the novel Devdas was directed by Jackie Chan. Devdas.
Wow. I'm gonna say fiction just because I don't know what this is.
Okay.
And it doesn't sound like Jackie Chan and Devdas are related. Jackie Chan's movies are always like, I have 5 seconds.
Yeah, you have 5 seconds.
Fiction.
Okay, sorry. Damn, you got it right,
nice.
dude. So go ahead, you can continue.
His movies are always funny. They're named like really funny. Like I can't think of any right now, but they're always. It's a longer name.
Yeah.
But cool, I got it right.
So
fiction.
One of the Jackie Chan movies I like is called Who Am I? And did you ever see that?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies of his. He's like this military guy, and he hits his head and he forgets who he is, and he's trying to figure out. But anyways, he jumps off this building on the top, and he's sliding off the glass panels of a roof, a real skyscraper, and he almost fell off. Like he actually said like that was one of the freaky parts because he slides off and he hits the bottom of where the glass hits in the building.
Yeah.
And he it makes him like kind of stand up, and then he leaned to the front a little, and then he leaned back. But he said he really got scared because he thought it was gonna fall over, and this was like a skyscraper building.
Jeez, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, that guy should have gotten paid hundreds of millions of dollars for his movies. I in my opinion.
Yeah.
He almost died so many times. Yeah, I like his movies, man. I think you're on the next one.
Yep.
Shit, this is pretty interesting.
Okay, here we go. AI. I think that's AI.
I think it's an Al.
Al Jazeera
I've heard it.
is an Arabian bank.
Yeah, I've heard that name before, I don't know if they are an Arabian bank. I'm gonna say fact. I've heard Al Jazeera a lot.
Oh, he misses it.
Damn. Okay. I now I know. Sorry.
Wow.
I don't know what else to say about
All right.
that one. That's interesting.
I'm in the lead, guys.
He's in the lead for now.
Unless I screw this one up.
So let's see next one. It's probably gonna be an easy one. Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's uncle. Fact or fiction? Really?
I'm gonna say fiction.
Okay.
Father.
Damn. You got
Darth
it right.
Vader was Luke Skywalker. Luke, I am your father.
Yeah. He is the father. Yeah. Damn. See, they gave you an easy one. You know what? Some of these are kind of hard. In all honesty, I feel like we just skimmed through.
I don't think I've seen all the Star Wars movies. Have you?
I've seen all of them. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you like any of them? Did you? You never got into the stuff like that?
When I was a kid, I think I liked the first 3 that were made back
In the
day.
70s.
Yeah, that were
Okay.
made back in the day. So I liked those, and then they made. I think when we were at the movie theater, I think we talked about this at the last episode. The following 3.
Yeah.
I didn't really get into, but like the later ones are pretty cool, dude. Like the special effects are pretty freaking amazing.
They've caught up to us now, huh?
Yeah.
I think because those ones like kind of fell behind in my opinion, effects wise. I haven't seen the new ones at all.
They're pretty cool, dude.
Yeah, I haven't got into them. I kind of gave up after a while.
All right, ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Penelope Cruz is from Spain.
This is a fact.
true or fact?
Because she is Spanish, and I think she's from Spain.
correct.
She is?
Hey,
Yeah. Not bad. Okay, combined, we got 9 out of 10. That's a 90.
That means I got.
She got 5 out of 5. I got 4 out of 10.
Yeah, 4 out of 5.
But, so what we're going to do is we're going to try another quiz. Because it has another one on here. I don't know if any of you guys knew any of these questions right off the bat. Because these are interesting. Al Jazeera is not a bank in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah,
I think it's not. But I've heard of Al Jazeera before. It's like they say it on the news sometimes. So do you want to try another one? I don't know what it is, but
Sure.
let's see what it is.
Foodie.
It's a foodie quiz. I chose this one on purpose.
I'm not a foodie. Do they have a drinky?
You know, I hate food, man. Okay, so I'll start. In which of these places was the mango first cultivated? Zanzibar, Tahiti, Canada, or India?
Tahiti.
You gonna say Tahiti?
Oh, India.
India was where the first mango was cultivated. Wow,
cultivated.
India? Yeah, you would think somewhere more
Tropical.
exotic, huh?
Yeah.
Tropical or something.
Damn.
Damn, that's
Well, that
interesting.
sucks. 0 for 1 for me.
Daniel's all, I got to start that one off? Seriously?
Does it say Lola Rosa is, or does it say Loya Rosa is?
I don't know.
Is it a type of lettuce, a large furry animal, a winery in Italy, a way to prepare fish?
Wow, dude. You know what? I'm going to say a winery in Italy.
Let's see. I kind of. Oh, it's a type of lettuce.
A Lola Rosa? Okay, well, I'm going to ask for that next time I go to a restaurant.
Can I get a Lola
If we
Rosa?
can ever go to restaurants, because it's still kind of creepy in my opinion. But takeout. Do takeout if you have to. Curbside. I just don't want to sit in there. Do you feel comfortable?
I went to a couple restaurants.
Do you feel comfortable? Was it weird?
It wasn't. I went to Del Charo, and they take your temperature before you go in.
Okay.
The tables are like 6 to 8 feet apart.
So about probably this far?
No, like here to that.
I'm just kidding.
Even further, actually.
Okay.
And it was pleasant, man.
So, are you expected to wear a mask when you're sitting down? Do you have to take off your mask? Because
No,
they
you
probably
don't.
want you wearing a mask when you get in, right? Before you go in.
Right, when you're eating, you can take it off.
Okay.
But it wasn't too bad.
Okay.
I mean, I still had that eerie feeling.
yeah.
It's like so quiet, everything's spread apart. The bar chairs are gone. The bartender's sitting there like
by himself. He had no one to talk to.
he's waiting for somebody. Hey, is somebody gonna order a drink? Daniel's there comes Daniel. Cool.
cleaning the same glass,
Ah,
waiting
Jesus.
for Daniel to get his next drink. Daniel's like, just stick a sip. Like, I need 1 second. That's interesting, man. I don't know how I feel about it yet. It's always weird even just going to the grocery store for me. So,
Yeah.
and I'm sure other people feel that way. Okay, next question. Which of these is not used to flavor food? Fenugreek, fennel, file, or frankincense? I can't call myself a foodie with questions like this.
File looks too easy. I don't want to say file.
Yeah, you don't. But you do.
I'm gonna say fenugreek
Fenugreek, okay.
or fenugreek.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Damn! Oh shit, man. None of us have got anything.
That
right.
one was frankincense.
frankincense. Wow.
That was kind of an obvious one too. I should have went for that.
And I would have probably said file. I was like, but you were saying it. I've never heard of it.
Maybe it's pronounced file.
Maybe, and maybe it's originates in some other country.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Okay.
Well, that sucks. We haven't gotten one right.
Yeah, neither of us. So maybe now's the time.
All right, ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
What gives peppers their heat?
I know this one. Like capsaicin. You know that too, huh?
Yeah. Well, let's see.
You're all yeah. We're all yeah. We know it.
And you got it right.
Yes. So capsaicin. I've heard that a lot.
I think once I saw that.
Yeah, I've heard that. Sucrose is something different, right? That's like a sugar or something. Like a.
I think so.
And then chlorophyll is.
I think that's how you make meth. I was just watching Breaking Bad, and they said
To put sucrose?
chlorophyll.
Oh, to chlorophyll too. Wow.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, because I drink chlorophyll. It's like a liquid chlorophyll. I'm not even being funny right now, but it's like supposed to be for digestion and it's supposed to be good for your system. My mom does this all the time too, so it's supposed to kill cancer cells. I don't know. She does it. It's worked for her, so not saying anything. It's cool. I do that sometimes too. So
Nice.
that's what happens when you get older, I guess. Just try all this weird shit.
Yeah.
Am I next? You're next, right?
Yeah, it's my turn to guess.
Oh, your turn to guess. Okay. So let's see what this next one is, Daniel. What is the name of a Turkish dish made of stuffed vegetables? Do you want me to read these, or do you want to
read them.
Philo, pied, baklava, or dolma? And I think I know this.
I want to say baklava.
You want to say baklava? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Baklava. It's dolma. And you know what? I would have got this wrong too. But I think philo is an actual dough. It's like a thin piece of dough. And philo dough. I think you use philo for baklava, and baklava. So it's like these translucent sheets, and baklava is like you put nuts and like sugar and stuff, and then you put all these layers and you bake it, and it just comes out all crispy and stuff. It's cool. I made it in class one time. That's why I know what it is. I don't know what the rest are. But obviously a dolma is Turkish dish made of stuffed vegetables.
Yeah, now we know that.
So we know that now. Daniel seems disappointed.
What is baba ganoush made out of? Baba ganoush.
I remember we used to say this a lot back in the day. What was this from? What movie? This is from
Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, I remember we used to say this. What is baba ganoush made of?
The questions are cucumber, eggplant, saffron, or potatoes.
Baba ganoush.
Potatoes.
Do I remember this? I think it's eggplants.
Is that your final answer? 3 seconds.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, I didn't know it was made out of eggplants.
Damn.
But it didn't seem like it was made out of other stuff. Saffron's like a spice.
I would have been.
Daniel's all saffron.
I was gonna say cucumber.
So is the next question for you?
For me to guess.
Okay. Alright, so next question. Which of these is found in milk and cheese? Lactic acid, boric acid, sulfuric acid, or citric acid?
Lactic acid.
Okay, final answer?
Yeah.
And you are correct.
Finally.
Yeah, baby.
My first one.
Sulfuric acid is supposed to supposedly melt your skin and bone. I think it's literally supposed to go through you. I don't know if you've ever heard that. I think it's literally like bad for your skin. Like I think it can melt skin and bone.
Going back to Breaking Bad, I think it's hydrochloric acid.
Maybe you're right. So what is sulfuric acid? I wonder. I heard it. I think it was bad. Citric acid isn't bad, right? I think citric acid is in lemons, or something.
Oranges, lemons.
But sulfuric acid, that is interesting, man. I'm curious.
Google it.
Yeah, I'm curious on it. Like, is it blah 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 blah? I mean, it seems like it. I don't know if it's showing it on nylon. I don't know what it's doing to the nylon. but maybe it's pretty hardcore. Can sulfuric acid kill you? Yes, it can kill you. Damage continues to occur to the esophagus and stomach for several weeks after the poison was swallowed. Holy crap. Just so people know, it's pretty bad.
Don't ingest sulfuric acid.
Yeah. So you're right. The most deadliest acid is hydrofluoric acid.
Oh, hydrofluoric. I said hydrochloric.
Yeah. But you were right. You were close.
Breaking Bad. Some true stuff on there.
That's some scary stuff. All right. So next one is... You got that right, huh?
I did.
Hell yeah, buddy.
Because
I guess you're a foodie after all.
Well, lactic. I was thinking of
Like people are lactose intolerant, right? And that's what I was going towards too. Boric acid is something weird too.
From what plant does the granadilla fruit come from? The passion fruit, or the passion flower, the orchid, the peony, or Venus's flytrap?
Wow. You know, I'm gonna say Venus's flytrap. This sounds kind of interesting, trap-wise.
All right, here we go. Nope. The
passion flower. Okay. Well, as like the name Granadilla. Maybe if Daniel would have said Granadilla, it would have been more passionate.
Granadilla.
Granadilla. It would have been more passionate, but it's all good. No worries. These are interesting questions. Okay, next one. Which of these clams has an ingredient? Arroz con pollo, spaghetti alla vongole, spaghetti alla carbonara, or sorpresa? I'm probably saying these wrong.
I'm gonna go arroz con pollo because that means rice with flour.
Yeah, arroz con pollo? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it sounds like rice with flour. I mean, rice with chicken.
Yeah, there you go. I was like, flour? Oh shit, 1 second. Did you get it wrong? It's a spaghetti alla vongole.
Damn it.
I don't know what spaghetti, I don't know what vongole is. Which of these clams has an ingredient? That's interesting.
Maybe if you would have said clams, like clams.
Clams. Which of these clams? But arroz con pollo, maybe that's more Spanish, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
Like versus like the Italian.
I don't know. They're pretty similar, so. It's hard
They
to say.
sound similar, right?
It's
It's your turn. It's your turn. It's not my turn, right?
right.
I was just excited. I was just pumped up.
Which of these is not a relative of cabbage? Cauliflower, Brussels sprout, onion, or broccoli?
I'm gonna say onion. It has to be an onion. It's the obvious. It's like no.
All right, 3, 2, 1. You got it right.
Yeah, baby. So I guess I won this one. This was a hard one.
You killed me in this one. You are a foodie.
Well, how many did you get right? One.
One.
Well, I only got 3. So
Hey.
basically, we got 4 out of 10 combined. Damn, that was a hard one, huh?
That was tough.
So that was a fun, interesting topic on the pop culture questions. That was cool.
Which turned into like a foodies question, which I obviously suck at. But that was fun. Anyway.
Yeah, I wasn't that good at it either.
Well, you killed me in the foodies question. So what the hell are you talking about? If anybody knew those answers, let us know. Because I can cook decent foods. I'm limited to like 5 meals that I can cook. But it's still fun to learn all that stuff.
Definitely. I think so too. I'm always interested in stuff like that. And then, what do you want to talk about now?
I think we're going to go to forgot to mentions, or we just realized that in the last episode we forgot a whole question that was one of the most important questions to us.
Exactly, yeah. And do you want me to start this one off for you?
You know, I'll read the question. You can answer it.
Okay, and you can answer it too if you want.
Yeah, absolutely. So
I'll answer my own question.
So Daniel, do you remember? Okay, so here's the question. Do you remember how fun it was renting movies and games? This is before Redbox. Renting wasn't just going up to this vending machine. You had a store like Blockbuster. In Espanola, we had At the Movies. There were a lot of...
Curtis...
Mathis?
Was it Curtis Mathis? Or was that a TV? Maybe that's a TV. Sorry, man. But there was something else there.
It's Curtis something.
Yeah. It was, right?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
But there's actual stores where there's VHS tapes or video games, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. And what are your memories on that?
Well, I think one of my first memories, we used to have a grocery store called Furs. And I don't know if you remember this. It was called Furs. And they...
It's where the Santa Clara Casino is now.
Exactly. And they used to have a Walgreens right next to it. And then also a TGNY I remember all this little block of stores. It was so cool to me. So they started. We would go get groceries, and then all of a sudden they started renting movies there, and the movies would be like 39 cents each rental or something, or 49 cents for a new release or something. And I always remember walking down the aisles, and you just see all the cool like movie. Like the
cases,
the movie cases, they all look cool lined up next to each other, and you're just like, oh, that looks cool, and it's like 49 cents to rent, and you would just be excited to see every movie and read the back. And
it's very similar to like going to Walmart now and seeing the videos for sale,
exactly.
the DVDs for sale, but it was VHS tapes in our time. Sorry to interrupt.
No, and it was exciting, right? And I always wanted to see like the new releases. There was some movies I would just rent over and over again, just because I liked them. I'm trying to think what I would rent, but I can't now at the moment. But I know I would rent a lot of the same ones, and sometimes new releases too. And Hastings, we had a Hastings here in Santa Fe. There was two of those. That had magazines, books, movies, video games, all this stuff. Yeah, and you could just hang out in there for hours.
It was and then there was a coffee shop in there, I think.
Was there? Maybe you're right. I can't remember.
I don't know. I was pretty young. I didn't drink coffee at the time, but no, it was cool, dude.
They had couches in a little area that you could hang out and sit at, I think, in the back and read a magazine or a book. And it was cool. It was interesting. All that went away, obviously, with technology.
Yeah.
It's different experience. I wish people could have experienced that too, but I can't say one was better than the other, because this is fun too, to be able to sit on your couch and search for thousands of movies.
Yeah, I don't have to move a muscle besides like that one. Or I could even say, I'm not going to say her name now because she'll do it, but it rhymes with
Plexa.
Yeah, be careful. She thinks everything's her name. Yes, it rhymes with Perplexa. But I can say, Perplexa, rent this movie, and she'll rent it, or buy this movie, or shop for me. It's pretty crazy. But I remember rentals. I used to go to At the Movies, which was pretty close to Furs.
It was,
yes. Just right.
Is maybe hop, step, skip, jump away.
Yeah. And I would go there. I was pretty young. I had my own account there, which was exciting.
That's cool.
But I do remember, like, we'd watch a movie, we'd take it back if we didn't rewind that thing, because it was a VHS.
Is the VHS, yes.
And you had to rewind it. There was a fee, because it takes a lot of time to stick it in that VCR that they had and rewind it so somebody else can watch it from the beginning and not have to rewind it.
And it would probably take time if they had so many, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm just talking crap. It was funny. It was only like 70 cents to rewind it, but at the time, that's a lot of money. Mm-hmm. I was like a teenager without a job, so 70 cents is 70 cents. But I remember walking through like the game aisle, this wall of games. I think it was Nintendo or Super Nintendo at the time. Yeah. And I'd just be like, Mortal Kombat. I was a big Mortal Kombat guy. Mm-hmm. But I would just see all this Mortal Kombat stuff, and I was just excited. But it's a lot. It's similar to like going to GameStop now. Like this wall of games. You're not renting them from GameStop unless they do rentals.
I'm not sure if they do anymore.
I don't know. Same thing with my games. I'm not a big gamer anymore, but my son is, and I hate playing him because he kills me at every single game. But we've paid for some stuff. We just downloaded off of the internet, so.
Wow,
it's kind of interesting.
It is. It's very interesting, man. Different experience, right? Like, I don't know. Apparently somewhere in the United States, I can't remember which state, there's the last Blockbuster, and they actually have movies, probably DVDs and games that you could rent, and it's all set up the way they used to have it, like the whole setup. But it's literally called the last Blockbuster 2, also not 2. But it's called the last Blockbuster. But that's interesting, right?
Yeah.
Like that somebody actually was that nostalgic, just kept it all intact. I think it's cool. Yeah. I would want to go there personally.
Yeah, it's like a landmark. It's a memory. It's just like a museum, basically, right?
It is like a museum.
That you can interact with and actually rent games from, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And movies, yeah.
And movies.
Yeah, which is interesting. Anything else you want to add to this question?
Do you remember how fun it was renting movies and games? I don't. Do you?
No, I think I'm good. I touched on Hastings. I just thought it was cool.
Hastings, heck yeah.
Just renting movies, but theirs were more expensive. And I would keep them for a while, and they would let you know. They would definitely call you if you were late, so that always sucked.
I remember being late at returning my games at the movies.
Yeah.
And I was a kid. I was like, well, what are they gonna do?
I don't know what they did.
And I just kept it for like months, dude.
Well, the funny thing is, it's like a library, right? They don't really penalize you at a library, do they? Well,
Yeah, they do.
Did they give you library fees?
Yeah. Well, recently, my coworker rented a book or checked out a book.
Yeah.
Checked out a book at the Santa Fe Library. This was last year. It's pretty recent. And she returned it on time. She took a picture of it because I told her, I want you to take a picture of it as you're returning it.
Yeah.
It was in the slot the day before it was due.
Yeah.
And a month later, I got a call from the Santa Fe Library saying, we didn't get your book. And I was like, well, good thing she took a picture of it.
There you go.
But then we took it over there and they said, well, it's damaged. And I was like, well, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So I looked at the damaged book and I was like, there's some water damage, but I think it was rain that was in the drop box.
Probably.
So it was your fault, Santa Fe Library.
Yeah, it's not cool, man. So another one, I think, I don't know if you can add to this right away, but what about actors or actresses that you can think of any more that you like? Because I know that day we were having a hard time, each of us.
I like Robert Duvall, dude.
Robert Duvall's good. He came out on Gone in 60 Seconds, right? He's the guy.
Yeah.
That's what I remember him from, but I know he's come out in a lot of movies.
He's come out in Deep Impact.
Yeah, did he come out in Deep Impact? He did. You're right.
Deep Impact.
Okay.
He came out in some great movies. I can't think of them now, but speaking of Gone in 60 Seconds, Angelina Jolie.
You like Angelina Jolie?
I don't know if I do, actually, but damn.
I don't know if I do, but she came out in a cool movie called Wanted. Did you ever see that?
Oh, yeah, heck yeah.
Where they could bend bullets.
With James McAvoy.
Yeah, and James McAvoy is actually a pretty good actor.
I think we mentioned
Did you mention him? You mentioned him. You said you wanted to be his twin or
No, you said,
his stunt double?
No, you said he can play me, and I kind of like powered through that comment.
You know what? He's not a bad looking dude, too. He's super talented.
Yeah, he's super
He
talented.
could probably play you. He's our size. He's around our height. Sorry, man. I know all this shit. You know what? You know who could play me? Kevin Hart. I think he would do a good job.
I think so too. Especially like just with the mannerism, you know who can play me? Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart can play me.
Kevin Hart. Yeah, I'll let him play me. It's cool. Speaking of which, but you know what I saw the other day? I mentioned Samuel L. Jackson last time, but I saw a movie with him and Ben Affleck called Changing Lanes. Did you ever watch this?
I saw it a long time ago.
So basically, they're both on the highway, and Ben Affleck's like this white privileged guy, which is weird. It's just like touching with now, right?
Yeah.
And Samuel L. Jackson. Anyways, they're late in the morning. Ben Affleck cuts him off, wrecks into him. Basically, Samuel L. Jackson trying to be the good guy is like, I need all your information. I need this, that, and that. And Ben Affleck's all, I don't have time. It's all about me. I gotta get somewhere. And Samuel L. Jackson's all, I gotta get somewhere too. I have to be at a court so I can have custody of my kids. And Ben Affleck was a lawyer and he had to get there for a big case or whatever. And anyways, but basically Ben Affleck's all, here's some money. Better luck next time. And he left Samuel L. Jackson there, and Samuel L. Jackson's like, I need to go too. Like, can I get a ride? And he didn't give him a ride or anything. They mixed up files, so it basically screws Ben Affleck over, and Ben Affleck tries to screw Samuel L. Jackson over in the end. I don't know. It's a crazy movie, dude.
I'll have to check it out. Changing Lanes.
Yeah, I don't want to get too much.
Maybe I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I don't want to get too much in it, but yeah.
You mentioned this before. You have a favorite snack. From the last episode, the question was, what's your favorite snack to eat while you're watching a movie? You said, I don't think I have a favorite snack. And I said, well, why'd you write this question? But turns out you have a favorite snack.
I do, after all. And I would say it was probably just eating cereal right from the box. I like cereal, man. Whether it's like a little puff of cereal or a little cinnamon square.
Cereal?
Yeah, cereal.
Puff?
No, not that puff. But oh my gosh, have you ever done the edibles?
Nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they have pufferoni edibles. But yeah, cereal and like little Reese's cups and stuff like that. I can't help.
Oh yeah,
eat stuff
my
like
favorite, dude, Reese's
frozen. I have to eat them frozen because they snap.
Do you like regular cups frozen? I like
But the ones with the Reese's Pieces to me are the best ones that they've ever made because they're crunchy, buddy. You've never had those?
I think I might have.
They have Reese's Pieces in them, so it's like a crunch in there too.
And
they're thick.
I like the ones like for Easter, I think or Halloween. It's Halloween. The smaller ones.
Okay. Oh, the miniature ones. Those are good.
Not the ones that are mini, come in a bag and they're not covered with the wrapper.
Okay.
But the ones that are a little bit bigger.
Individually wrapped.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Those are delicious.
Do you not do them frozen? I like candy frozen, dude, for some reason, because it snaps. Like, especially the Reese's cup. Yeah, because the peanut butter doesn't freeze, but it just it's like holds it together more, and then the edges like snap when you bite it.
The chocolate freezes.
Yeah. I just think they're good.
Interesting.
But those little ones are perfect frozen because you just throw the whole thing in and grab another handful.
You take a bite of Cocoa Puffs and you throw some Reese's in there. You're good.
Yeah, those are my favorite. I would have to say, man. Nice. And I don't know if you. What about you? Did you?
Yeah, I think I said
anything
else?
else?
Sriracha popcorn, but it's really just flaming hot popcorn now.
Yeah.
But I think honestly, I can snack on. Oh, you know what's really good? I just discovered. I said Fiesta dip with Red Hot Blues, which is still good. But I bought some carrots. And I was dipping that in the Fiesta dip. Holy crap, dude!
Oh, really? It's pretty good, and it's healthier.
Super crunchy.
Yeah.
And you got the heat from the the Fiesta dip.
The flamin' Fiesta dip.
The flamin' Fiesta dip.
I feel like a flame should shoot out of it. Like when you serve it to yourself, a flame should be.
You open it.
Like all this crazy inferno. It'd be pretty cool, man.
It would be.
I think it'd be interesting.
I think Creamland makes it. So if you guys can make that happen.
Make it happen.
We'll advertise for you.
We'll eat it too. Well, I don't mind trying foods. So, but yeah, I couldn't think of that last time, man. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And who are we gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about some actors that were supposedly some actors are kind of like assholes in person. Not in person, but some of them have a reputation, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that? It's kind of interesting, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So.
I said absolutely.
And I say fantastic a lot. So. But who would you think? Who have you seen videos of that? Again, we don't know these guys or people, but there's evidence, right?
I'm gonna have to look for his name.
Michael Cera, you said.
No, that's Michael Cera's from
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
That's not what I was saying right now. I didn't say he was an asshole.
Oh yeah, I've seen a video, but you saw the video of him in Aubrey Plaza where she's trying to do an interview.
I was talking about the guy from Zombieland.
Oh, I think we're getting it mixed up because Michael Cera came out with Aubrey Plaza in Scott Pilgrim.
Okay, then that was a different interview,
yeah.
But it sounds like the same interview.
Yeah. But I think
I'm talking about Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg. But I'm pretty sure because she came out in that movie too. And I think she was doing the interview, and I think he walked up behind her, just being obnoxious, and she was like, "Just leave me alone," you know what I mean? I think he pushed her or something, or talked shit to her.
Jesse Eisenberg?
Yeah. No. Michael Cera.
Really?
Yeah, I think he did that, and she was just like basically like, "Leave me alone! Like, why are you doing this?" And like she got embarrassed, and she almost like cried. It seemed like It seems like you saw that video.
No, I saw a different.
But it was the Aubrey Plaza you're saying. So was Aubrey Plaza?
No, I thought you were. I was
talking about somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was paying attention to the actor, not the person that was.
Oh, okay.
Not the other person. So, the video I saw with Jesse Eisenberg was with this person. It wasn't an actress.
Okay.
It was this person interviewing him.
Okay.
And she asked him to do like a card trick for her. And he was such a freaking asshole, dude.
Oh, because he did a magic movie. That's probably why.
Yeah.
He did a movie about magic.
And she asked him a question. He's like, "Well, yeah, I'll finish if you let me finish. If you stop talking, let me finish."
Okay.
And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And he's like, and he was just a dick to her. And he's like, "Are you gonna cry?" And then she said,
"I remember this." She was interviewing him.
Yeah. And she said, "Well, not until this interview's over or something." And I was like, "What a dick." Yeah. Jesse Eisenberg, fucking asshole.
Yeah, you're a dick. And Michael Cera, you were a dick to Aubrey Plaza too. That's not cool, man. I don't think it doesn't matter how much money or how powerful you are or how good looking you are. I don't think you should feel like you have what am I trying to say? Like, I don't feel like you should treat people like shit.
Yeah.
Like, no one's like that much better than anybody that you should treat them like shit, dude. Like, it makes you look like a shitty scumbag person.
And you lose respect. Like, the second I saw that interview with Jesse Eisenberg, I was like, because I liked Now You See Me, Now You See Me 2. I've seen
Zombieland
1
which
and 2.
I love. That's a fantastic movie.
But just seeing like the way Jesse Eisenberg reacted to her or was treating her, I was like, dude, you lost complete respect for me, man.
Yeah.
Just say.
I don't think that's cool. And then speaking on that, Mark
Mark
Wahlberg. So basically, I guess he would always get mad when people would ask him about his past, like Marky Mark and like his past and hip hop thing. I think I told you this a while back.
You did.
But anyways, speaking on other stuff on him, relevant stuff, he got convicted of hate crimes back in the day.
Convicted?
I think he did, yeah. I think in 2016 he asked the judge to expunge the record or something, like get rid of the record. And then he finally apologized to whoever. But I guess when he was a teenager, him and his friends were chasing some black people around, throwing rocks at them, saying profanities at them, like very bad profanities. And he got in trouble for this. He was actually literally terrorizing kids, throwing rocks at them, him and his friends. And they followed people. Then I don't know if it was the next week or something, he did the same stuff. And then later on, he beat the shit out of a Vietnamese guy and told him to get the fuck out of our country or something. And he beat the shit out of him, like, for no reason. These are like hate crimes, dude. With that said, I lost respect for the fucking dude, completely. Like, I have no respect because, like, people are like, oh, well, that was the past. We all did shit when we were younger. I didn't fucking hate on people. Like, I like all cultures.
That's true.
Like, I've always embraced every culture or every color, whatever. It's cool with me. But I lost fucking respect for him, Daniel. Like, completely. I'm like, do you think someone can change from that? Or do you think that's excusable? Because I know we're all young. I get we all do stupid shit. But there's some shit that's not... like, you can't... forgive, or forgivable, in my opinion. I think. But did you hear about this?
I think, and I hope people can change from that, because if they can't, then we're screwed as a country.
I agree with that. That's a good point, and I love the hope in that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's a good thing. But it's interesting though, right? Like, just thinking about it,
And I'm sure he has changed from that, because think of the movies he's been in, and I'm not trying to say that the movies influenced him or anything, but he was with No Pain, No Gain with The Rock, and I forgot the other guy's name, but he was black.
Yeah.
And that movie is just hilarious. It's based off a true story, which is ridiculous, but
go ahead.
I think people can change their viewpoints, and there is this aspect of like, oh, it's just a kid, but you still did it, and I think you should still be held accountable for that, but show that you've changed. Maybe
exactly, and maybe even doing that by, like, you know, putting your money where your mouth is. You know what I mean? Like, maybe because a lot of these people, like celebrities, we're getting into something crazier, but it's cool. But a lot of these celebrities have the ability to, like, you know, influence people, I think, or change. I think.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the word, but I think he could donate to causes, or, you know, do something.
Maybe he is. We haven't looked.
And that would be cool. But I just saw that and I was like so disappointed. You know what I mean? And I was like, damn, like, because I could never picture myself doing that, even if I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just like hurtful. And I always hated bullies as a kid, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like, I always wanted to stick up for, like, the person getting picked on, and I never wanted to, like, pick on, like, a person because other people were. I hated that shit.
I remember in 7th grade, actually, specifically. I don't know if you remember this. We might have talked about it recently. One of our classmates, I'm not gonna say names, I had my backpack on. I'm short. I was a very short kid. I was in the hallway. This classmate grabbed me from behind, and he was telling me, like, I don't know. He was just saying, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" And like 2 seconds later, something from behind pushes him. He flies like 10, 20 feet, and it's EJ. And he's like, "Leave my fucking cousin alone." And I was like, holy shit, man. Do you remember that?
I remember pushing them. And this was in the morning, you said? Because we used to hang out in the morning, right? So maybe sometime.
I don't know what time of the day it was, but I was just like...
But I pushed him, though, at least for you.
Shoved him off of me, dude. And he, like, flew. And I was like, holy shit, man.
Good, I'm glad. Do you remember who it was? I know you don't want to disclose it, but...
It was...
Okay. Yeah, fuck that guy. I'm glad he got pushed, dude. What a punk ass, dude. Yeah, I don't think it's cool, you know what I mean? Some people are just assholes. And that's the hard part, I guess. But I would love to believe people want to change and can change, because especially with all this going on, I want people to want to change and see what is right and wrong. Because there is right and wrong.
We're all human beings.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get racism. I don't get sexism.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it before all this stuff happened, actually. Earlier this year, I was like, what? How is racism still a thing? How is sexism still a thing?
It is. Yeah, it is.
However, we realize like this is life. We're all here together. We don't know why we're here. People have these beliefs why we're here, but no one knows. We don't know why we're here. Why would we hate each other?
Yeah.
What's the point of that?
Especially if you don't know. You know, especially if you don't know somebody, like you don't actually know him, like how can you have? I always thought of this, like I know you've experienced this, like because we've had people like dog us growing up. I don't know if you've ever had people dog you, and dogging means looking at someone all mean, or you're just like hating on them. You don't even know them. You're just like hating on them for no reason. I grew up with this. I don't know if you did too, but I grew up with it a lot. I remember one time in particular, there were like three like Chicano gangster dudes in a car, and one of them was like dogging me, and me growing up by myself, I'm an only child, I dogged him back. I'm like, fuck that, like I'm not gonna let him intimidate me. And he looked at me and he's like, what the fuck you gonna do, man? And he had I can't even talk. He had three dudes with him in the car. He's like, what the fuck you gonna do? And I didn't say anything. I'm like, it's gonna be bad, dude. They're probably gonna like jump me. So I didn't say anything, but I dogged them back. But I think about this, I'm like, he could hate me that much just by looking at me. Imagine if he knew me. Like, he doesn't even know me. Like, how can you hate somebody that you don't even know?
Doesn't make sense.
And it's just, the dogging thing's stupid. Or just trying to be macho. There's always going to be a tougher guy. There's expert fighters out there that we don't know about. Somebody could beat the shit out of you.
Or have a weapon.
Or a weapon, or nothing to lose. And that's things you got to think about if you want to like make it to the next day, in my opinion. And it's just all this bullshit that just you have to like leave at the fucking in the trash or whatever.
Yeah, just leave it alone.
Don't even process it. But we didn't grow up like that. We were accepting of everybody, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't think no one ever told us like this race or this person's better than you or blah 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 blah. We were just always like, oh well, we know who we know. We went to school with Spanish people, right? Mexican people, Native people, Native Americans. I had a black girlfriend one time.
You did?
And I don't know. There was a bunch of white people in our school too. It was interesting.
Yeah, I think I don't know. There was a time in our lives in school where we didn't really talk too much, but
you and I in particular.
Yeah.
Like you mean like hang out?
Yeah, hang out. But
it was a few times, maybe.
I considered my life in school where I was like the middle guy. I wasn't part of the cool crowd. I wasn't a part of the nerdy crowd, but then again, I was a part of the cool crowd, and I was a part of the nerdy crowd. So I was like just
in between.
I was just there in limbo, and I got along with everybody because of that. Like I don't want to judge anybody.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm sure people judged me for it, but I don't really care.
And I think when you say that, I felt like I was the same way. Like I hung out with whoever, talked with whoever. It was interesting. I don't know. I didn't mind, and I hated when people got picked on too. Another story, like this was when I was in college. There was this I was in culinary class, and we were cooking. And this other guy, he was younger than me, probably like 10, 12 years younger than me. He was like in high school, 18 years old or something. Really soft-spoken. He's this kind, sweet dude. And then this other guy came in that knew him, and he came in talking shit to him. He was like picking on him the whole time, bugging him. And then finally I'm all, dude, like you need to fucking leave this guy alone, dude. Like he's not doing anything to you. He's like a nice kid. I'm all, if you want to fucking do something, let's go like outside. I'm all, but you're acting like a punk ass, I told him. And I like stood up for this dude. I felt good because it's nice because he couldn't talk for himself. And the guy left him completely alone. He just fucking left it all alone. Because I was pissed the whole fucking day, dude. And I was just happy because I feel like some people need to stand up for other people because I want people to stand up for themselves.
Yeah.
Maybe because I've been an only child and I know I have to. So, and I'm like, I feel sorry for people that don't have that voice or don't have that, I don't know, like they need that push and they can't, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah. That's awesome of you, man.
Yeah, so, well, I wish we could do more, but.
Yeah, it's some intense conversation right there.
It is.
Holy shit.
But at least you guys know where we stand, so this is cool. Like, you know,
Yeah.
this is just. So, like, you were speaking on, what was it? Like racism, sexism. Sexism, yeah, that's a big thing too. Being, what is the
LGBTQ.
Yeah, and I don't want to like misquote that, but yeah, like all these need rights. You know what I mean? We all need to be treated fairly, in my opinion.
Equally.
And women don't even get paid as much.
Still.
Like we could do the same job, which doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
And I don't know about you, but it would never bother me. And I've had a few female bosses. It never bothered me ever. Like it doesn't matter to me. I'm
My
cool.
boss right now, both of my I have a direct supervisor and the county manager, and I look up to both of them.
And they're females?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Both of them.
I think that's fantastic.
Catherine, Tessa, if you're watching this,
I look up to you guys.
I really do.
And
You're awesome.
I look up to you guys not only because I look up to you, but because you guys are a little taller than me. No, I'm just kidding.
This is
Are they taller?
Yes, they are.
I'm not tall either, so I would probably look up to you. So I.
But no, I look up to you because your work ethic, you're amazing, you're smart, you have your shit together.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's inspiring.
And I think it gives like a different feel in an office when it's more like diverse with like male and female. I think it, you know what I mean? Because it's different working with a bunch of dudes. I don't know if you've ever worked with a bunch of dudes. I have.
Yeah, I have.
It's a different feeling. Some dudes are super macho, disgusting. Not all dudes, but it's like a different feel. And
Totally is. That's a
yeah,
good point.
yeah. And then I feel like you're more like not. Just kidding. I feel like you're more respectful if a woman's there. At least me. Like you don't want to say like these inappropriate things or whatever. Like, you know how guys are.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Of course you do. I don't know where I'm getting at. But I have a friend that she's like a boss, and she said like some guys don't respect her because she's a boss, and I'm like, I don't understand that. Like, you know, you have to respect your boss. Like,
So yeah, I have respect for women in the workplace. Absolutely. I mean, like I said before, my two bosses are both women.
yeah, no, I think that's good, man. And like I said, I think it brings a different perspective to like a dynamic. It's like a different dynamic in the workplace.
It really does. I think you were saying like I've worked with a lot of men. So when I worked in the assessor's office, there were 43 employees, and I think there were maybe 5 women.
Okay. Wow.
So mostly men, and the difference between working with them and working with mostly women now, I think there's maybe 3 men in my current office, including myself, because I'm a man. And it's totally different. There's a lot of the topics are completely different.
Yeah, it is. And I don't know. I think different perspectives, even just from like the female point of view, is always cool as well.
It's not always cool.
The man isn't always cool either. But it's nice to have different ideas and stuff like that. So I get it. It's just so much, I think, inequality, even like healthcare and stuff, dude. You know, I wish we could all have access to like healthcare. And even just affordable, if not even that, like it'd be nice if it was just, you know, if we all had good access to good healthcare. I don't even have healthcare right now, so this sucks for me. I don't want to get sick, right? It's scary.
I just got healthcare in October, and I didn't have it for like 7-8 years.
Okay.
Hoping like every year, like I hope nothing goes wrong.
Yeah.
But shit's gone wrong. It's funny. I saw a Saturday Night Live. I think it was Saturday Night Live, and they're like, Canada, invade us. They're asking Canada to invade us.
I saw this too. I think Trevor Noah. No,
Yeah, that's where I saw it.
Was it Trevor Noah?
But I think it was Trevor Noah. It wasn't Saturday Night Live. It was Trevor Noah.
It was.
It was
right?
a daily show.
Yeah, because they were doing a Zoom call or something.
Right.
And they were saying, please, Canada, invade us right now because we need you to, because of a lot of the things that they offer.
Yeah. Like the insurance.
Yeah. I just, like, I don't know how you feel about this. I don't know how much strain it would put. I just feel like we should all have a really good, fair shot at education for one, college. I feel like it should be super affordable, if not offered to everybody, because it helps. If anything, it helps our country. It helps stimulate the economy. You want a lot of smart people, right? You just want people. You know what? Not everybody's going to go to college anyway. So they don't have to pay for everybody, right? But it would be nice if we all had a fair shot so we could all get jobs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because some people can't because they have kids or they have to work full time.
They can't afford it.
They can't afford it. And then even if they do it, they end up with $80,000 of debt, you know?
That, and also, like, most people that I know that went to college, they have this degree and their current job has absolutely nothing to do with their degree.
Yeah.
And if they're lucky, that degree helps them get paid a little bit more, but it has absolutely nothing to do with their degree. So that's fucking. That's the first time I cussed. I was trying not to, Mom. I'm sorry.
But you know what's interesting? Speaking on that, politics. It has a lot to do with politics when it comes to stuff like that. It's all about who you know sometimes.
Yeah.
No matter if you have a degree or if you're super qualified for a job, I feel like if you're a friend or you're a son or you guys come from a really successful family, they get offered the jobs first versus like people that really need it or they're working hard. You know what I mean? And I don't want to say that people don't get the jobs, but it's harder. Because I know like the Los Alamos lab is like that too. It's all about who you know sometimes, getting your foot in the doors as well. It's a hard place to get into.
But I'd say that about the county. I work for Santa Fe County, and it's a lot like that too. I mean, there's so many family members there.
Yeah, say. And it's just it's kind of hard, I guess, but we do what we gotta do, right?
But honestly, I guess with a lot of my jobs, it's because I knew somebody. My current job, no, but when I got into the state, I think my brother. No, he wasn't working there. How did we get that job?
I have no idea. It was a summer program?
It was an internship.
Yeah,
but
summer thingy, right?
Like Wild Oats, when we worked for Wild Oats, my sister was there. Movie theater, you were there.
Yeah,
and that's like kudos. That's like my cousin EJ works here. Oh, well, when can you start?
Oh my gosh, if you would have said that, imagine to our boss. Should have been on no if you're like him, no. But Faith was there.
I said Irene in the last episode.
You meant Eileen.
And I meant Eileen.
I think we worked with Irene too, though. She was an older lady. Remember she had short hair? I don't know if you remember that.
I don't remember.
Because you said she gave you big hunk.
That was Eileen.
Oh, Eileen really gave you that?
Yeah.
Okay, because we had there was another woman. She worked in Los Alamos, worked part-time with us, but...
Yeah, Eileen bought me the big hunk. Eileen, if you ever watch these, I doubt you will because of this guy that's sitting next to me.
Yeah, she's like, no. And I left that place gloriously, so that's all I'm going to say.
But it was you that bought me the big hunk shirt. Thank you for that. But yeah, what was I going off on?
I don't know. Just like politics and getting a job because you know so-and-so and not really being qualified for it. Because some people do get stuff.
But one thing I know I pride myself on is no matter what my job is, I do my best at it.
That's good, man. And it seems like you have a pretty nice job, so that's good. And it seems like you've worked hard at having that job, so I think it's good, man.
I try to prove that I'm worth it every day because...
Well, that's good, man. I think you should want to stand behind something that you put out, right? Like you should be like, I'm proud of this, you know, especially you doing like media stuff. And I think you want to be proud of your overall product or whatever. It's not a product, but you know.
Yeah, no. Yeah, exactly.
And I think you want to be proud of it. And I think you do a good job. It's good, man. And I don't know. I just feel like we should all be offered fair, like health insurance and education. Considering I don't have any health insurance, so yeah, and education. It took me a while to do my stuff, so yeah, it's interesting, man. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I have a lot of thoughts on all that. Actually,
go ahead.
I think I think this is my personal opinion. You might not agree with this at all.
Okay.
Judging by the comments you just made. Free education, I always see is like, I think there's a ton of pros, for sure. But I think there are pros to having it at a cost. Maybe it's way too high right now.
Yeah.
But there are pros because you want somebody that's going to want to pay this amount that shows dedication. And if it's free, I don't know if that dedication is going to be there.
I see your point. So when I was taking classes, I don't know, maybe a few years ago, I was getting grants, Pell Grants and stuff. Basically, they were paying for all my books and my classes. They would give me like $5,000 for a semester. So $2,500 would be for each semester. And then I would use that to pay for the classes and then for the books. And then the difference they would give me after and only if I passed the semester. So that was a nice incentive for me. And the way I looked at it personally, not everybody probably would, but I was like, they're paying for me to go to school, and it excited me, it motivated me. So I'm like, I gotta take advantage of this because it's gonna cost something. So needless to say, I did pass all those classes, and then it was always nice incentive to get the remainder of the check at the end of each semester. That was always interesting for me.
So there was this motivation for you.
Yeah.
And if you didn't pass, would you have to pay for the whole class?
You don't have to pay, but you don't get any money back.
So the county has this program. It's similar, I think. I think you have to pass the class.
Okay.
And if you don't pass,
yep,
I'm assuming you pay for the class.
Okay.
And that's motivation. That's motivation for sure.
For sure, yeah.
But I guess my point is like if college was free,
yeah,
and there was not that motivation, like
you'd have to.
If I don't pass this, are there any repercussions, or I just don't pass and nothing happens? Because where's that money? How are these teachers? How are these professors? How is the college
exactly
going to get paid? How is anything going to get paid for? So I think there's that in my mind. Like I don't think it can be free completely, but maybe drop the price down, I guess.
Well, how about free for people that really can't afford it? Which is what I kind of did before, right? Something like a Pell Grant, stuff like that. But it is kind of hard because you can't be working at all during something like that. You can't have any income at all, which sucks because then how are you going to survive?
But
you
then
have to
it's
be living with your parents.
But then there's these thresholds where, as the college themselves, are like, people have to apply well, it looks like you can afford this, so you have to pay.
Exactly.
And then the person that can't afford it, you're like, well, you can't afford it. This is free for you.
Yeah.
There's that, how's that fair?
No, it makes sense. And I had to pay, this past year or 2 years, I've had to actually pay. So I've been on both sides of it. So I've experienced both. So I'm I have to pass because all these things cost money and they're expensive, and I have to put this to good use. So I try to, and my motivation has been, I always worked hard labor, and hard labor it's very hard on your body. There's a shelf life on that. You could tear yourself up.
Oh yeah.
And I learned the hard way. So my motivating factor right off the bat was I need to find something where I can not stress out my body as much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want to kind of stress my mind out a little more and have benefits and healthcare, whatever, retirement, stuff like that. That was always my motivations.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting, man.
Yeah, maybe we can go on forever on all this. I think because I was just thinking, to contradict myself, is well, maybe there's government grants that can pay for these teachers, and it's not the funds from the students. But anyway, maybe it can be free. And
maybe I'm asking for too much. That's probably what it is.
Or we can
free healthcare would be nice. Can you agree with me there? Can you agree with me there?
God damn it! Stop interrupting me.
All right, tell me. Go for it.
So maybe the government needs to reorganize shit so we can have free healthcare, free education, make us healthy and smart all at the same time. Okay. But also there has to be some sort of motivation. I'll have to say that.
Yeah.
Because if it's just it's free,
yeah,
it's not going to motivate people.
And that's true. I totally agree.
I think for sure everybody has their different views.
Yeah.
Free education would be amazing. Free healthcare would be amazing. Canada, invade us. Tell us how to do it.
Yeah. And you know what's nice? Like some countries offer a whole month of vacation because that creates a more productive workforce, I guess, when people have this huge break. I don't know if you've heard of this. But I think Canada's one of the places that does it. I think France does. But yeah, people come back refreshed and they're like, I actually want to go back to work now because I've already had a month off or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they encourage that, and it's like here you have to
work,
push and pull. You're like, please,
work.
can I get like 4 days off? Why? We need you. It's like, because I need to clear my mind. Mental health is like an important thing. That's an important issue for all, especially now in this time. Mental health, like, because this is crazy for all of us, dude.
Yeah, I've been living here. I've been working.
He's been living in his house
and working.
Which is
living and working in my apartment. This very, very small place. I think I'm on month 4.
Wow.
And it's not good. My neighbors, I annoy the hell out of them on purpose because they stomp their feet all day long.
Yeah.
So I turn on all my Alexas.
They didn't turn
on full blast.
Yeah.
Just to get back at them because they're above me. How do I stomp back? I can't. I gotta turn up the volume. But anyway, it's been rough.
For sure, man.
And I hope that we're annoying them right now because we're kind of talking at a high volume.
Yeah, pretty
Well,
much.
I mean, he is.
And if I am, sorry guys, I don't know what's wrong with my voice is usually lower than yours. It's just really weird. But
I don't even know if the camera's on anymore. I hope it is.
But yeah, so like I think a lot of change.
Look at that.
Yeah, you're right, and I'm not even talking that. Like, I just think a lot of change has to happen with everything that's going on. I hope like we all figure something out that makes it at least a little more fair for all of us.
I think
that's my point.
I think we need to play. Gonna make change.
How does that go?
I don't know. I can do this part.
Life gonna be real good.
Gonna make a difference.
Gonna make it right.
It's a Michael Jackson song.
It's a Michael Jackson song. You know what? He had good messages in his songs. He seemed to always have and we don't know what happened with him, but I dug him. I don't know.
Hell yeah, dude. Are you kidding me? Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Beatle-esque for sure.
Amazing singer.
Yeah,
amazing artist, not singer.
And one other thing, like speaking on education, like even just like some of our elementary schools, speaking like up north, like Espanola, our cousin's a teacher and she says it's pretty hard. They don't have enough funding for the schools. Their classrooms are too small for the kids, especially now the kids don't have access to internet. All kinds of like basic technology. They have to learn how to like make accounts and stuff. This should be taught in all schools. Like all schools should be awarded, like they should.
Where does she teach?
Sombrio.
They don't have internet?
Well, they have internet, but now that the kids are learning from home, there's no way for the kids to access stuff. And then there's the Spanish kids that can't speak any English, and there's no translations for them for when they have like food drives and stuff like that. It's like a mess, and there's just not enough money. They're not paying them enough, and there's not enough money to keep the class in school. It's heartbreaking in my opinion.
Yeah,
like, we should want to encourage these kids, and other schools get everything awarded to them because they're in a better neighborhood, and it's not fair. That's my point. It's just not fair.
Yeah.
These are kids, they shouldn't have to worry about stuff like this. So.
Yeah, that's right. Now, my parents live like a mile away from Sombrio, and their internet service is like dial-up, basically.
Yeah.
It's so small. It's so slow. So I can imagine.
Yeah, so she's trying to find out ways where they could get Verizon, like these little Verizon vans to park in certain low-income areas so the kids could access hotspots from that at least, so they're able to do their work online. I mean, this shouldn't be a thing, right? Like, we should all have internet. Like, internet should be accessible to everybody. Like South Korea, for instance, they're leading everybody. They have like the fastest internet. They did anyway in the world, and everybody has access to the internet. Every single person, and it's some of the fastest internet that you can imagine. So it's like, come on, guys, we need to catch up. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
internet shouldn't be like something that you have to afford. Like, you have to. It should be accessible for everybody because it's information. We all need information. So.
Yeah. Especially now when we're working and doing school from home. So.
Exactly. But yeah, I thought I'd touch on that. I just thought it was very interesting. We should run for city council or something.
City, state.
I wonder how we would do that. I would. That'd be kind of cool to try to make a change like that, in my opinion. But I don't know anything about it. I'd have to look it up.
I know a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'll talk to you offline.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, this was a really
Random episode for sure.
pretty random and
Touchy, feely.
Yeah,
Got to the feels.
got to the feel. I got feels right now, man. But yeah, at least we're touching on stuff. We've been wanting to talk about it, but it's hard to because we're not experts.
And also, we don't want to make it dramatic. We want people to enjoy our episodes and laugh and forget about the real world for a little bit. But today, I guess we felt like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Touch on it, and everybody else is talking about it, and yeah, we just want everything to be, fair for everybody. That's all. Not asking for much,
Right.
my opinion. So
All right.
yeah.
Well,
I guess Daniel's chasing me, so
no, I'm not chasing you.
no, I'm just kidding.
But I think that's a good closing for tonight's episode. So this is Spectrum of Thought. Subscribe. We're on all the podcasts: iHeartRadio, Spotify, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, and like us on Facebook and on Instagram. Follow us on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just look for us. Spectrum of Thought.
Yeah. Spectrum of Thought, man.
All right. This is Carson C. Carson. Good night.
Donatello Berrycloth. Good night.